Hi everyone. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make these really fancy Christmassy lovely earrings. I absolutely think these are adorable, and I just threw together some beads. I didn't put any particular pattern. I just grabbed what I have and I added them in here. So this is the gold one and this is the silver one. So they're both a little bit different because I didn't have the same supplies as I did in gold and silver. Okay, so for the silver earring, for this one here, you're going to need a 12mm glass fire polish. It's kind of like an oval bead, so it's a fire polish in a crystal AB. You can see it's got the finish on it. You're going to need a 2-inch head pin. You will need 2 ear wires, so you're going to need 2 of these, 2 of these. You're going to need 2 bead caps and a larger one to fit over your bead, like that. And you're going to need 2 smaller bead caps to put on the bottom. I'm using 2 Swarovski, these are 5mm clear crystal AB Rondells. And I'm using 6mm in a golden opal-like color in a 6mm rondelle. So you'll need 2 of those. So to get started on the silver earring, you're going to pick up your very tiny, and you need 2 4mm silver beads, and these are just silver finished beads. So pick up your silver bead first. Then pick up your smaller bead cap, and then put your large bead on top of that so it sits really nice on the bottom like that. And then you're going to pick up your larger bead cap and put it on the right way on top of your bead. And then you're going to pick up your rondelle and set that on top of your bead cap. And then you're going to pick up your 6mm rondelle crystal. Now we're going to do another wire wrap, and I've learned a little trick on doing that because I hate doing it. So bend that right into a 90-degree angle, so, and then you're going to do the same usual technique as fold round your wire over top of your round nose pliers, give it a turn and turn it. So to find it easier for me, I'm going to grasp these nice and tightly into my, over my loop like this. Oops. Then I'm going to take my pliers, and instead of making a mess of my wrap, I'm going to go all the way down, and then I'm going to turn. And I'm going to keep straightening my pin. Grab it again, turn. Flip it around. If you're having trouble doing this like I am, and nice and neatly, then just keep doing it this way. It doesn't make a mess of your head pin, and it allows you to make nice, even, tight wraps right to the bead without busting your bead. So I'm going to continue this. And if this gets in your way, just close the tip. And I believe I'm at the point where I can't wrap it around anymore without busting the bead. So I am going to cut this nice and tight up against the bead as best as I can. I never get it close enough. And then again, I'm going to grab my pliers in my hand to get the very tip of your loop in there, and then just flatten out your wire that's sticking up. Okay, and then just straighten it up because that went in right nice and tight. So now there's no play in your, if you hold this, there's no play in your beads whatsoever. They're not moving at all, so they're nice and tight on there. So you want to make sure everything's nice and straight, so just hold it up and give it a look over. Make sure it's good and straight, and then just attach it to your ear wire. So I'm going to open up my ear hook attach this and close this ear hook back up. And straighten out my ear wire because I just bent it. There we go. Okay, so there you have yourself this really pretty fancy. You can probably wear these anytime you want. You don't have to wear them just at Christmas. I'm trying to make these a little versatile so that you don't have to just wear them at Christmas time. So there's one pair done in the silver. And in the gold, we have a little wee bit different design because I just, like I said, had different supplies. I didn't have the same supplies. So for this gold one, I used a 2-inch head pin. I used an ear wire. I used 2 different kinds of bead caps for what I have. I kind of wanted this as kind of like a snowflake almost star. And then that one. And then I have a 4mm gold plated bead. I have a 6mm rondelle. And I really don't know how big this squirrel is, but it's huge. And it's not Swarovski, that's for sure. It's probably about, I would say it's a good 8mm. Yeah, it's an 8mm squirrel it's called. So they're square with the rhinestones in them. So you're going to do the same thing as you did. Pick up in the same order as you did with the silver one. So you're going to pick up your silver bead, and I'm going to pick up this one for the bottom. And oops, and you're going to need 2 of your Firepolish in a 12mm, and you're going to sit that on top. And then you're going to pick up your bead cap, your fancy one, and sit that on top like that. Your squirrel, sit it on top, and your rondelle. Like so. And then you can do the same thing with the wire wrapping. Show you again how I do it because it's a lot easier and it's more uniform, and I get all my beads the same amount of wraps. And take your wire loop, make your loop, fold it over as usual. Pliers are turned, and bring that in front. So now I'm going to hold these. See how loose these are? We want to aim for not making them loose. So take your end very tip, bring it down. And as you can see, I bent that, so I want to bring it back up. And I kind of straighten out my tip and wrap. Give it a turn. And wrap. Give it a turn. And wrap. Trying to straighten it out. And give it a turn. And wrap. And I'm just keep turning this until I can't squish any more wire in between the bead and the wrap. Let me see. A little wee bit more. Yeah. And it's going to be enough now just to squish my bead down in, or my end in. So I'm going to take these pliers and give them a good cut. Grab my needle nose, or my round nose pliers, put that tip in like that. I just find it easier for people that are beginners like me. Like, I'm really no good at wire wrapping. I really hate it. And squish that down so your tip isn't sticking out. And again, we have no play in our bead. So you just take your, look at how perfect that wrap is. Can you see that? How good and nice and wrapped it is? That's what you kind of want to aim for. You don't want to see the mess I made of my other earrings. And I kind of don't like how this sits, so I just flatten it out and straighten that loop up. And just give this one a little bit more squish there. There we go, and it was sticking out. Now it's perfect. Okay, so I'm just straightening this up nicely. Now we're going to open our wire loop and attach our component. Oops, I bent that. There we go, we fixed it. And straighten her back up. And there we go. Now, wasn't that fun? Easy peasy. Look at how pretty and dainty and delicate these earrings are. I really, really, really like them. So you can play with your earring too. You can turn it so that the rondelle, I'm just straightening it, sorry. You can turn it so the rondelle is facing out, but I don't think it's going to stay like that. Yeah, it's kind of like cute, really cute. You hold it and turn it, there you go. They're not going to stay anyway that way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. They are just brief tutorials, but I'm just giving you guys an idea as to what kind of earrings or Christmas projects. I haven't gotten into the real bigger stuff yet. I will. Just right now I'm working on the smaller things and getting them out of the way and doing the tutorials on them. Okay, so I'll see you guys soon on the next video, and please do not eat your earrings. Bye.